confirm?
I am. The stream is now live.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon and welcome to this meeting of the Council Tax Committee. Before we commence with the proceedings, I can confirm that the Council's adopted some basic etiquette rules for its remote meetings, and these are as follows. Please only speak when the Chairman invites you to do so. Members, please let the Chairman know that you wish to speak through the chat function. The Chairman will introduce speakers in the order at which the request to speak has been made, unless there is a point of order at which we will give way. Please minimise all distractions while you're in the meeting. Members, you are asked to mute your microphones when you're not speaking and to consider turning off your video feed to reduce any interference on the audio connection. Please bear in mind that there may be a lag between speakers and other attendees hearing you. There is no presentations for this meeting this afternoon. When referring to the report, please quote the page and paragraph number. There is no private business on the agenda for this afternoon. However, members are reminded, should we need to move into private session, it is your responsibility to make sure your connection and venue is private. If you lose connection at any point in the meeting, please rejoin, and as the meeting facilitator, I will readmit you to the meeting. Please only use the chat function for the purpose of prescribed for requesting to speak or for a point of order. The chat function is subject to the access to information regimes of FOI, EIR. It is also subject to data protection, rules of defamation, and the Council's Code of Conduct. For this meeting, councillors have a prefix of CLLR before their name. Officers have a prefix of officers. There's a minute taker for this meeting and a meeting facilitator. I can confirm there's no apologies for this meeting and the meeting is quorum. The Council Committee consists of the following members: Councillor Graham Butland, Councillor James Abbott, Councillor Mrs Jackie Powell, and Councillor David Mann. Councillor David Bebb, Cabinet Member for Finance and Performance, is present at this meeting to introduce the report. There are officers in attendance and they are identified with the officer prefix. My name is Emma Wisby, I'm the meeting facilitator, and I now hand over to the Chairman. Thank you.
I shouldn't be too presumptuous. Are members happy that I chair the meeting?
Yes, I'll move that.
Okay, right. Apologies for absence. There are none. Declarations of interest? No. Right. Minutes of the previous meeting. There are no minutes of the previous meetings. This is the first meeting this committee's had for many years. Public question time. I am assuming there is no one, no member of the public who wishes to address. So
no, Chairman.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Sorry, Chairman. I was just confirming that there are no registered speakers.
Right, thank you. So we go on to item 6, council tax resolution. For anyone who might be watching this and thinking, hang on, this is being dealt with it in a short period of time. Before I ask Councillor Bebb just to briefly introduce the paper, the reason for this is that Braintree District Council had its budget meeting on Monday evening, and it needs to set a council tax resolution. Part of that council tax is the figures agreed by the Essex County Council as part of its budget process. That council did not meet until yesterday morning, in other words, after the Braintree meeting, and therefore, although we were aware of what was being proposed, we could not put that in until Essex County Council members had finally determined that. That they have done, and so our purpose today is to complete the final official bit of the council tax resolution for 21-22. So without more ado, I'll hand over to Councillor Bebb. Councillor Bebb.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll cut straight to the quick. I'm referring to sections 1 to 5, pages 7 to 9, and the council tax calculation is very clearly set out. First of all, we've got the council tax base, which was calculated a few weeks ago at 57,721. And then we go on to our calculation of council tax requirements. We've got the 87 million expenditure, the income 75 million. The net council tax requirements is 12.44 million. If you divide the tax base into 12.44 million, you get, as it shows in paragraph 3, £231.57 is the average tax bill for Braintree. However, that does include the town and parish councils. If we strip that out, we get £184.68. If you then turn over to the table on page 8, you'll see that the Band D property is £184 £68, and we then have to allocate according to the band designation for each property as shown in that particular table. That's the main point really, and then the rest of it sets out what the Essex Police and Fire Authority, Essex County Council, and obviously what the town and parish councils are setting in Schedule A. So that makes up the makeup of how the tax is set for the total bill of the 4 components. I'll end at that point, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor Bebb. Do members have any questions or comments at all? Councillor Abbott.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I don't think it's the case, but was the adjustment that county made yesterday, does that have any impact?
I'm desperately trying to remember exactly what that adjustment was. I've probably got the papers around here somewhere. I don't, sorry, Trevor. Yes, Trevor Wilson.
Thank you, Chairman. There was no adjustments at all, and that the figures as presented have been confirmed by the Director of Finance from Essex County Council. So the adjustments must have been to the capital accounts. The revenue account was not impacted by the adjustments.
Yes,
and
I think
so
Yeah, I just recall yesterday there was a sort of on the day last minute change, but if it doesn't affect the overall figure, then that's fine.
a good point to have raised, though, because we wouldn't want to have to go through this yet again. Right, okay, any other comments or questions? If not, you have before you on page 6 the recommended decision to approve the council tax rates for 2021-22, calculated in accordance with the attached resolution. Could I have a proposer and the seconder?
Yeah, I'll move.
Councillor, I can't have you, Councillor Bell. I think you're only a visitor
Okay.
here.
Yeah, not allowed.
through
Happy to second today. Councillor Abbott and Councillor Mann, thank you very much. All those in favour, please show. That's unanimous. Fine. I don't believe there is any other business. There's certainly no business in private session. So without more ado, I will declare the meeting closed at 3:36, which I think, Emma, is 6 minutes as last year. But I would claim, as we had to have your input into the beginning, we've probably increased our productivity. Right, thank you very much indeed. That is done, and that now means that we can go ahead and start producing the council tax bills, etc., which will be making their way out. Okay, thank you very much indeed. And with that, we'll wait for the officer to turn the meeting off. Emma, please.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Members, before I ask the webcasting officer to terminate the broadcast, please can I just remind you that we will be retaining performance data to your connection to this meeting, just in case we do have a legal challenge. Webcasting officer, can you confirm the termination of the broadcast?